Well, anticipation does continue to build ahead of that landmark case, which will go to the ICJ later this week when South Africa will officially take the State of Israel to the International Court on claims of genocide. It does come as both sides work on their legal arguments. Certainly from the Israeli perspective, we are hearing, based on reports here, that the legal team will try to argue that some of the inflammatory comments made by Israeli ministers about the people of Gaza do not constitute the country's official policy regarding the Strip, home to, of course, 2.3 million people. But we do know that the South African case is an extensive one, and it does mention some of that rhetoric as part of its evidence for the way the State of Israel is going about this conflict. Earlier, I spoke to the former European Union ambassador to the occupied Palestinian territories. His name is Sven-Koen von Bergsdorf. I asked him how people within Gaza and the Palestinian occupied territories more broadly are likely to react to this news that South Africa is taking Israel to court.
I know that there is a widespread support for the Palestinian society, both at the political level and amongst the general populace for that motion, because they feel abandoned. And if you talk to Gazans, they say, we live hell on earth. At least someone makes a significant motion trying to bring to an end our suffering. And as you know, the UN Secretary General a few days ago just said, out of 5 people affected by immediate starvation, by severe hunger, live in Gaza right now. This is just not another conflict. This is the most dramatic conflict we have at the global scale right now. And it has to come to an end in order for the people to be able to survive.
And while intense efforts are underway in the legal field to try and bring an end to this conflict, we are also tracking what's happening in the diplomatic field. Antony Blinken, Secretary Antony Blinken, America's top diplomat, continues to travel across this region, speaking to major heavyweights like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Qatar and the UAE around getting their thoughts on how to bring the conflict to an end. And we are hearing that they are putting pressure on him to put pressure on Israel to announce the ceasefire. But certainly the rhetoric from the Benjamin Netanyahu government indicates that that is not something that will come anytime soon. They continue to work towards achieving the goals set by the government, which includes crushing Hamas and also demilitarising the Strip. And I should just briefly mention continued tensions up on the border with Lebanon. We've seen an airstrike on a senior commander of Hezbollah. No official confirmation from the IDF that it was them, but if that indeed has occurred and can be verified, then it would represent a significant escalation. It would be the most senior Hezbollah official to have been killed since October 7th. Trent Murray, SABC News, Tel Aviv.